Alright, so I let it warm up a bit to show how the temp gauge actually works. So the exhaust sounds like after it's warmed up. It's actually nice and quiet, which is nice, so it's not obnoxious because it's just a stock STI exhaust. But it's definitely louder than the original Catback, which I sold. So let's go for a drive. So I haven't driven this car in a while. Hold on a second. Get my seatbelt on. Okay. So I haven't driven this car in a while. And oh, there we go. So much that I actually forgot where the button was for the wipers. All right. Coming. There's the intake. Might be able to see the crack in the windshield a little bit better now. It's really small. Only goes up to here. That's a cop. Hold on. Sorry. Terrible video making, I know. Oh, the stuff I was showing on the windshield earlier is just leftover residue from my phone mount. It was a suction cup, but it had like sticky stuff on it too. But that could be taken off with some Windex and a razor blade, which I actually have right there. So I can have that removed first. I can have all the stickers on the back removed first if you want. Nice and smooth. The only drone the exhaust has is right now about 1500 RPMs, but it's really bearable. It's really not bad at all. It's actually a lot better on this car than it was on the NA Forester. Not sure what else I should be filming right now, but drives down the road just fine. I would let go of the wheel, but this road is very heavily arched in the middle, so if I let go, it will pull to the right. That's just because of the way the road is crowned. Something I was talking about earlier, the radio works really well. It's got tweeters from the factory. It's got a sub under the driver's seat. I guess I can get on it a little bit now, right after this hill. Hold on. Slow down a little bit. Okay. About half throttle. Trying to show what's in the rearview mirror, but all you saw was me. It's kind of weird. No smoke. I love the sound of the blow off in the intake. Probably my favorite modification of this car is that intake, because it makes so much more noise. Nice and quiet. Again, I'm not sure what else I should be showing off. Oh, sunroof. Oh shit, green light. We pull into the parking lot here. Of course that's closed. Let's go this way. showed off the backup camera before, but just in case. All the windows work, auto. Although I'm now used to my Lexus, that's the only one that actually goes up and down by itself. The others you gotta hold down, but they all work perfectly fine. All the way down, all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. And then the sunroof, if I remember how to use it. Yeah, there we go. This sunroof in these Foresters is ridiculously gigantic. My wife has a 2016 and it's just as big. It's absolutely insane. Not sure if you can actually see anything. Honestly, I have no idea because I can't see. But so with this one, you let it go auto, it stops halfway. I'm not sure why. And then it finishes the rest of the way. Shade works. So yeah, there's not much else I could say about this thing. I absolutely love this car. I just cannot, with doing 200, 250, sometimes 300 miles a day, I just can't afford this car at, you know, that says 16.8. It's also done a lot of idling. I think the most I've ever gotten out of this car was like 18 and a half miles per gallon. I can't live on 18 miles per gallon when I'm doing 300 miles a day and putting super in the car. So only so much I can do to show the odometer's working. 157, 406. I think it was 405 earlier. Come on. It's so much fun. I miss that. My Lexus hybrid is not that fast. Something I should mention, the WRX rear sway bar. I installed it, I put the energy bushings in it, replaced the end links, but one of the bolts on the passenger side of the mid bushings broke off while I was putting them in. So there's actually nothing holding the passenger side of the sway bar mid bushing in, and the actual the metal bracket that holds it onto the rear subframe fell off, but the bushing itself is still there. For the life of me, I cannot find anyone who's parting out a car who's willing to just sell that part and the bolts. If you look on eBay or if you look on eBay or look on Amazon, you can find the part, but it doesn't come with the bolts. It is extremely frustrating. So for the 6 months or so that I was driving the car after that happened, I've just been driving it the way it is, with the rear sway bar basically only hooked up on one side. So I've been just kind of dealing with it. But if you go to any junkyard, like I said, I'm driving 200, sometimes 300 miles a day. I don't have time to get to a junkyard, unfortunately. If you get to a junkyard and pull that piece off, it'll be like $5 at the most. Just the U bracket and the two 10mm bolts. I don't have any laying around, and I haven't had time to go to a junkyard and get any. But honestly, that's the only thing I could think of that's actually needs repair on this car. Everything else is absolutely great. It's, aside from the turbo blowing on me and the excessive crankcase pressure, which led me to get the air oil separator. And then after that, literally, a week and a half after that, the motor blew. It just left a really bad taste in my mouth, and then gas prices started to shoot up out of left field. I just, unfortunately, can't afford to have a toy like this anymore. It was absolutely amazing. I love this goddamn car, but unfortunately, I just cannot afford it anymore. One more thing, I don't know if I mentioned in the ad. All of the lights. That one, the dome light, every exterior light there is, all the lights on the bottom, the floodlights on the doors, all LEDs, everything. Turn signals, I have the relay for the turn signals, so there's no hyper flash or anything, as you can see. everything in this car is LED. The headlights are HIDs from the factory. High beams I put LEDs in. They are ridiculously bright, like stupid bright. When I park the car, I'll get out and I'll show you the turn signals, reverse lights, all that stuff. Because I can do that with the emergency brake on. Back to the driveway. Emergency brake, parking brake, whatever you want to call it. Actually, pull it back here, right there. Should be able to get a better shot of underneath the car in the back. So, lights, hazards, reverse. Okay, the brake is holding it. Tower LEDs from is it super bright LED or I forgot the other one, Diode Dynamics. I don't remember where I bought it from. Better pictures of, or better video of under the car. So the bracket I was talking about on the sway bar is that right there. So it's an energy bushing. So it's polyurethane bushing. The bracket itself, which you can see here, actually the bolt snapped as I was putting it in. I'm not sure why, but the bracket itself and the bolts are missing. But it's literally a 5-minute job to put it back in. Just something I never got done. I did change the rear diff fluid when I bought the car. I don't know if I mentioned that in the ad, but that's something I did a year ago. So the rear diff fluid is brand new. Let's see, zoom in a little. Frame rails are in very good condition. Catback. All the struts are fine. I've never had an issue with that. Those are the end links. I'm not sure why I'm still zoomed in. There we go. Those were new when I put them in. So yeah, if there's anything else you want to know, send me a message and we can talk. I'm in the front. So, yeah, so these are LEDs also, floodlights. Oh, I did take those out to put in my... What did I put those in? Oh, my son must have taken those out to put in his car. I had LEDs there. But HID high beams and HID headlights, not that you can really see, but yeah, that's everything. Let's see, might as well pop the hood. Nice and smooth. Much better. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know.